They'll probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flow, chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan pants don't...
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zai. You already know what time it is, but basically, you can already tell by the title, like I said, where I'm gonna go with it. I usually don't get in other areas' business, especially when it comes to the West and the East Coast, because to be honest, I hear a lot of criticism going back and forth. At one time, people were saying that, you know, New York should have took care of 6ix9ine, and then when 6ix9ine turned out to be a snitch, then, you know, a lot of cats on the East Coast were saying that the West Coast should take care of preferably the Southerners, which I found ludicrous, seeing that the dude was claiming blood regardless of whether he was full-fledged with it or just somebody that they allowed to kick it. That don't pertain to us. So, you know, and in the scheme of things, you know, you can't really pawn it off on somebody else if the dude turns out to be bad. Trust me, there's a lot of cats that are other races that run with the Southern that have went out backwards, but we ain't asking nobody else to clean that up. But that's besides the point, man. This whole video is about Alpo Martinez. See, now the whole reason I chose to speak on him, not only because he's a popular topic and he just happened to bite the bullet, but it's just something that I've said a long time ago, you know, especially like, you know, people like to make these, you know, what they will do and what they won't do. But this dude was up and down in his city. Nothing happened to him. And I never really said nothing about it, just for the simple fact that there's a lot of cats out here that people know that are no good, but they've yet to touch them. So, you know, for me to go and speak on the East Coast like they're not handling their business would be, you know, it would be hypocritical, seeing that there's a lot of shit out here that, you know, goes unhandled. So, to the East Coast, and, you know, to celebrate somebody's death is not really something outside, if they're not opposition, for me to celebrate. But for another cat, look at, I'm just going to say this for all the bleeding hearts that's going to jump on the channel later and be like, oh, well, it had nothing to do with the East Coast, I mean the West Coast, it had nothing to do with the Southerners, it had nothing to do with you, period. It's news, dog. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are going to speak on it. And like I said, when the whole 6ix9ine thing was going on, a lot of people were going back and forth on exactly who would handle it. You know, one, do the race, which he was two different races. But people wanted to use that like, oh, people, you guys ain't touching him. He had nothing to do with us. That's all I'm going to say with that. But, so the whole thing with Alpo Martinez, for the people, you know, you've watched Paid in Full, and if you haven't, I would recommend you go check it out. The dude's a stone cold psycho in that movie as well, and the dude that he allegedly killed was loved as well as he was. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that sympathize with the dude, even though he was a stone cold psychopath. Now, people are gonna get on here, like I said, the bleeding hearts, and be like, oh, you're speaking ill of the dead. To me, if you go out backwards, you snitch, or you do something like that, and you were a part of the streets, then I have no sympathy for your death. It's just something that, you know, like I've said a long time ago, the streets should hand out the justice. It has nothing to do with the legal system. The legal system, you know, they're gonna do what they do. But as far as like street justice, that's exactly where it should be left. For one, this dude allegedly killed what? He said was a 14 or 40 people, something around that number. Another thing where he utilized the kid allegedly to, you know, take somebody's head off, and just, you know, so there was no, for the people that come on here and they're, you know, they're gonna be upset at the fact that I'm talking about this dude after death. I mean, look at, and this is to be 100% honest. This is not the first time I've heard of this dude or knew that he was out. I knew that he was out. But if his own people, as far as like on the East Coast that are in his neighborhood, ain't gonna touch him, what's the use of me speaking on it? It would make no sense. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you should take this fool out. It had nothing to do with me. But now that he's dead, it does, because it's a part of social media and people are speaking on it. And I'm gonna give my opinion. And my opinion is he got exactly what he deserved. Plain and simple fact. If I was somebody that went and told and I get murdered, there's a lot of cats that would be happy about it. And there wouldn't be no, oh yeah, you know, that's wrong to speak on, you know what I mean? And that's just like people that I actually deal with that were solid with me. But for the most part, people be like, oh, well, better him than me. Because that's mostly the sentiment most cats adopt when you've been incarcerated for a long time. You know, it sucks, but better him than me. That's just what it is. Now, like I said, you got people on both sides of the aisles commenting on it. You got some people crying about the fact that he got smoked. Some people thought it was not justified. And then you got the other side, which is righteously those who know what the street is about and know that he was no innocent bystander. Now, don't get me wrong. If dude got out of jail and he was one of those that was like a deterrent, and I mean a serious deterrent, like doing even a little bit to deter somebody from going that route, then I would have nothing to say about him. It's not that I would ever interact with him, because I know where I stand. I know that there's certain rules to the game that I will never cross. I'm not going to cross the aisle and deal with any type of individual that got anything shady on him. I would rather go on about my business and just going about my business. There's no real need for me to interact with these type of cats. So with that being said, the dude didn't get out of jail on that page. He didn't get out looking to deter the youth. He didn't do none of that. And I myself can't get on here and point the finger on that, because, like, as I say, when I'm talking to the younger crowd, the people that are really involved, not the ones that may think about it, no, the ones that are really involved with it and the ones that really want to be involved with it. When I speak to these individuals, my whole thing is to tell them exactly what the consequences of your actions. If you choose to partake in this life, if you choose to take a life, if you choose to do anything of that nature, know that there's consequences. It's a universal law of karma. Karma is a bitch and it always bites you. The devil will have his due and you will have your judgment by God. It's just what it is. Whether you're an atheist, this, that, universal law, karma will come and bite you in your ass. That's why people try to do more good than bad. Now, this individual, I say, Alpo Martinez, he didn't get out on that page. He got out stunning, and he was and I get it. He saw what 6ix9ine was doing and how 6ix9ine was just skating around New York. But what he didn't understand is 6ix9ine is heavily guarded. Whether he showed these videos and be like, oh, 6ix9ine was out by himself, he didn't have no security. You stupid to think that. Like, you would have to be an absolute idiot to think that this cat is so about his little webbies that he would be out in the open without having any type of backup. Yeah, he's stupid, because a lot of times he know that fools get up on him, they're gonna get caught right then and there. But what he don't get is he don't mess around and pass. And that's but we like those type of attitudes. For people that have been in the street and have seen multiple friends snitched on it, and people getting long sentences due to cats that couldn't keep it in the street. It's a, not to be, contradictive, because I consider myself a godly man in a sense, because I still think a certain way. But it's a godsend to send him exactly where he needs to be. The devil will snatch his soul eventually. It's just a matter of time. And Alpo was one just to prove it. Alpo got caught slipping because he was just, I don't know all the details of it, but he was just one of those individuals that's flashy out there and felt like he could do what he wanted, and he got caught up for it. If you really want to get into it, just go look at his history. The guy was not innocent. He wasn't one of those that was, we'll say, redeemable, because he still felt like he was untouchable. His whole thing was to go on TV and multiple media syndicates and talk about who he's killed and how he's killed them, and all the murders that he may have got away with, or because, and which is funny, because you brag on all the stuff that some people really don't know and you don't get caught up for, which begs, it screams like that whole informant. But I mean, once a snitch, always a snitch. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But like I said, the whole reason I'm speaking on Alpo Martinez is the fact that he got exactly what he deserved, plain and simple. So for the people that be crying about it, the people that wanted me to speak about it, there it is. You know what I mean? He got, and that's just what it is. And in the end, he suffered. Hopefully, But like I said, that's the East Coast beef. But that's just my opinion on the whole thing. You can't keep it gangster, you get got. Plain and simple. If you don't want to be in the streets no more, let the streets go. It's simple. A lot of people understand. Like, if you want to let the streets go, you can let them go. It's just like you have all these cats that go, they turn Christian and then they slide back, and some stay slid back, and then you got the little weenies that like to bounce back and forth. But eventually them dudes get found out. Like, you using the word to get out of a situation that could be probably problematic for you. You know what I mean? If you didn't go that route, I don't respect that. This is a different topic, but I don't respect that for cats to be acting like they Christian but still want to act like they thug. Like, get that shit. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? Either you with it or you're not. Now besides that, man, hopefully everybody enjoyed the video. I do got this Nardo Wick one coming out that I told you I was going to drop. Hopefully you guys follow. With that being said, I'm your boy Zod. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I do got other videos, but this one was just one of those things I just wanted to say. Send my kudos to the East Coast. Preferably at, what is it, Harlem? Hey, did what you need to do. On that note, I'm out.
Kneel before Zod!